Dear students, in our next assignment, we are going to build a project management dashboard. And just for your visual reference, this is our end product that we are targeting. So this has 5 different sheets. First one is your KPI, second one is your last year projects, third one is your project completed and cancelled. The fourth and fifth are the tabular format. So again, the first one is budget utilization by project type, and the last table is project details that includes project name, manager name, status of the project, budget, expense, and utilization percentage. So overall, suppose like in our last weeks, the entire like all the lectures, we learned that as the business intelligence analyst, your company might be working on like say several projects at a time, and maybe your team comes to you with a set of data saying here is the data file and we need you to create a dashboard for the same. So again, there will be lots of team members within your project to create this KPI dashboard. So you will be asking questions to many of these guys about what do you expect, what are the key outcomes you are looking for, and how do you want the dashboard to be designed. So again, yeah, after all this brainstorming, asking questions with the management, so management comes and say, okay, these are the key KPIs that we are looking for. So based on the status of the project, they want to know what percentage of the projects are on the hold, and within that hold, what is the budget allocated, and what is the current utilization, what is the planned, how many projects are completed, what was the like given budget for the same, and what is the utilization, and so on. Next group of team members say, or stakeholders or several managers say they want to know the status of the last year's project. So among the various years, just select the last year projects. So you came up with a bar graph like this, and this is the count for the most recent years, and the count of the project which are completed. Next one, say third team or sub team are asking you, they want to know a status of projects that were completed and cancelled, and this is all real time. And the third set of team members say they want like more detail level. So yeah, table like this and table like this. So based on all this brainstorming and so on, you finalized all this content, and then on a maybe on a board, on a piece of paper, you drew this, show this laid out, and then you get everything approved, all signed off, and then your task will be analyze the data. And then at that point, say you have received this, or you have created this Excel file or CSV file which contains all the information, and to the best of your knowledge, you have cleaned it, all the data is good to be processed, you have verified it with all the data collection specialist or API specialist or IT engineers or other guys, data analysts and so on. So yeah, they have given their approval that this data is good to be processed further to create a dashboard. Yeah, so at that stage, suppose you initiate this project of creating a dashboard, interactive dashboard, real time. So let's assume that's the case, and we start with that. So for that, I have provided this data set, and here is the YouTube link. Understand the data file that we are going to process as a part of this assignment. So here is the file, project management data.csv. I'm right clicking on this, and let's open it with Excel. For you, it might just open CSV. So yeah, this is how it looks like. So it looks like there are multiple columns over here. Let's check the limits. So from left to right, looks like we have from A to R, and top to bottom, Control Shift down. Yeah, so total we have 98 columns. So again, limited number of columns over here. So total 97 full of project information plus one, that is our headers. And on top of it, let me select all, expand it. And if I go from left to right, which is Control Shift right, total 18 columns and total 97 number of project information. I'm going this view. I'm going to restop row. I'm going to add data panel, filter, quickly browsing through. So the very first column we have is budget, and looks like there are some numbers, dollar numbers over here. I'm sure these are something like hundreds of thousands or maybe $1 million of real units. So 2000 might mean it might be 2 million or $2,000 million worth, something like that. Country wise, there is country information, and if I explore that, looks like there is only one country, Nigeria. Then end date, yeah, maybe this is plan end date. Yeah, 2 years involved, 2020 and 2019, and yeah, multiple dates among the 12 months. Expense, yeah, the next one is expense column, and yeah, there are yeah some numbers I entered. Then yeah, something called as false. Maybe this is an inbuilt information coming from the software. Next is location one, and looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different cities involved. Overall project health. Let's see the option. The first one says needs attention not set on track. So three options are there, and based on yeah state of each, these are the entered values. Plan date, and there are few dates that are specified over here. In fact, there are multiple dates, so I'm sure each of those 97 number of projects have individual dates for it. Then the next one is priority information: high, low, medium, very high, very low. Then project ID. So it looks like there is a sequential ID given for each of this project. Then a name of the project manager is given over here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are like some project managers who are handling all these 97 number of projects. Project name, yeah, looks like each of the project has its unique name. So which is given over here. Then project schedule. Maybe these are the number of days, how many project number of yeah, like the project, how far it is within the uh, from the start date is given over here. So yeah, there are few numbers over here. All are numerical values. That's good to know. Then project type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all the 97 projects are divided into yeah, these 6 different types. So borehole and reticulation, building construction, rehabilitation, road construction, supplies and transformation installation. Then next one is start date. Yeah, there are multiple dates in 2020 and 2019. Project status: cancelled, completed, in progress, on hold, yeah, on hold and planned. And finally, looks like there is a completion number given and percentage. So yeah, it might be like something like yeah, this might be 93%, 95%, 46, 59, and so on. And finally, we have some priority information. So again, all these projects are prioritized from 1 to 5. It might mean something here. So again, you as the business intelligence analyst, it's very good for you to understand the entire data set, what is the content of which. So yeah, in the last, I'll say 3 to 4 minutes, we quickly browse through from top to bottom, left to right. Luckily, in this case, we do not have like all those 10,000 data points or those 86,000 data points, the kind of data we analyzed for some of our previous assignments. But yeah, this is very good input to start with. And the next part will be, I'm going to close this out. It will ask me whether I want to save. I'm just going to say no. It was for my understanding. Then I'm going to open up a new Tableau window. I will recommend you also to do the same with me. Follow. Still opening. So here you go. And we know that this time the file type is .csv. So I think one of the assignment we solved, it had a CSV. So instead of using Microsoft Excel, we are supposed to use text file. And I will, yeah, let's just repeat and see what happens. Yeah, if I select Microsoft Excel, and if I like try to search, the first one is it won't give me that option because it is not identifying it as a workbook or Excel file. All I can do is I can go to all files and then I can select project management data.csv and try to open it. It's giving me an error. Yeah, so this is yeah something you'll get. So for that reason, let's go back here and yeah, open the text file. And now it will identify as a file. So project management data.csv, select open. And Tableau will do its connections and auto identify it, all the different sheets and all yeah, all the information within. So again, it is telling there are 18 different fields and 97 different rows auto identified. And these are the summarized snapshot of what those fields are. So again, there is budget, country, geo, and so on. We saw when we were quickly browsing through our data, trying to understand the data. Another way is yeah, the same thing in the Tableau version. So let's quickly check what this data is, and yeah, it's supposed to be the same. So again, budget, there is some numbers, country, end date, expense, false, location. Next, for your visual reference, Here is a dashboard we are trying to create. So this is the final end product we will be creating by the end of this assignment. In this case, as a part of this dashboard design, here are the 5 sections. So the very first section deals with your KPIs. Next one, latest year projects. Next one is project completed and cancelled. And fourth one is budget utilization by project type. So in the data we saw, there are like several different types of projects, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, 6 types of projects, and this is the grand total. All the budget for all the projects as well as expenses completed so far, and budget utilization, which is nothing but expenses divided by your budget. And then finally, yeah, the fifth section is your project detail that gives the project name, or who was the project manager, what's the project status, either in progress, on hold, or completed. Then, yeah, budget, total budget, expense so far, and budget utilization, which is, yeah, this divided by this. And you can see this, there is scroll down. So it looks like this, the last part, which is the fifth section, has yeah, long list of projects, everything is mentioned. So let's go ahead and complete each one of these one at a time, and we'll be discussing more about it. So the very first part, which is KPIs, and like we saw in our last week of the different classes we had, is usually when you are working as a business intelligence analyst, you'll be working as a team. So there will be a stakeholder, there will be a project owner, there will be your role as an analyst, and there might be some more people. Yeah, the people working over there. There might be a program manager, and there might be a data provider, a data specialist, API specialist, and so on. And there might be some more guys with whom you will be working to get the all the data and so on. So these KPIs usually come from your team or your management of the company. So they are the ones who will tell you that, oh, create one dashboard, intelligent dashboard, real time interactive, and these are the components. So if they focus, if they are giving you KPIs, let's deep dive and check what are the components of these KPIs. The first one is on status, next one is planned, completed, in progress. So it looks like this is the status of each of those projects. Yeah. So yeah, the first one I'm seeing a number, and when I look over here, this looks like maybe more or less this is my budget for a given project, for all the projects which are on hold. And this is utilization percentage, meaning what's the utilization, what are the expenses divided by the budget. Yeah, so in this case it looks like they went over, so 121% of yeah, utilization rate. Looks like in case of plant there are 0, at least in this case. And then completed, total budget used was, or budget allocated initially was 137,755, and the utilization was 133%, and in progress is the status. Yeah, so let's go ahead and focus on this part and start creating. So just remember, there are 4 statuses we are using over here. Yeah, so going back to our Tableau, yeah, window that we opened. So I will initiate this sheet 1, and you see by default Tableau has pulled all the necessary fields, and these are displayed over here. So very first is, let's go and save this dashboard as project management dashboard. So yeah, go over here, file, save as. I already saved, so it might it won't be redundancy. But for you, yeah, let's go ahead and save this as project management dashboard. Once that's done, let's name this as KPI1, KPI space 1. So I'm naming this, and like we saw in this section over here, on hold, planned, completed, progress. So indirectly these are the statuses. Yeah, and we have systematic, like a separate a field called a status, and on top of it we have this budget field, we have expenses field, and we have to create this budget utilization, which is nothing but division of this versus this. So in our last couple classes we learned about that calculated variable, right, calculated field. So we'll be using that, and on top of it I'll be showing one more easy way, a shortcut way to do the same calculation. So moving forward, so the very first is status. I drag this in my rows, and again, as soon as I do that, you can see it has listed all the 5 status which are there in this project sheet, the data sheet. And again, the cancelled one didn't exist, right? So if I go over here, there are only 4: on hold, plan, completed, in progress. So cancel doesn't exist. So for that reason, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to right click and say filter, and it gives me all the list which are available, which are check mark, which I can see over here. I'm going to unselect cancel, say apply. You see cancel went away. I'm going to say OK. So awesome, this part completed. Other thing is, you see you are seeing a 2 by 2 matrix over here. Yeah. So again, on the top row, I'm seeing on hold, planned, and on the bottom row, I'm seeing completed and in progress. So for that reason, let's create these statuses two at a time in two different sheets. So the very first, let's say focus on the completed. I mean, I can do this also, but yeah, let's pick yeah, the most obvious ones. Say completed, in progress, and let's plot them. So for that reason, and again, these two, those were horizontal, right? So for that reason, I'm going to move this from rows to columns. And on purpose, I'm doing this so that you can know like how the orientation changes. Previously, it was here, status, everything was listed vertically. Now I'm going to move it over here, column, it will, everything will be shown horizontally. And you see currently, yeah, you see some of the names have cut off because of the site limitation. I can always drag this on the right and readjust. Or other part is currently it's showing standard view. So I'll just go over here and say entire view. So based on all the options we had, Tableau automatically divided the whole entire view into four different sections, equal sections, and listed completed, in progress, on hold, planned. And like we said, we are only going to focus on completed and in progress at the moment. So I will go over here. So again, I will hide these or take this off from my selection. So again, going to do the same, hovering my mouse over the status, right clicking it, and then edit filter. And within these, just keep complete, in progress, complete, in progress. So I'm going to yeah, uncheck on hold and planned and say apply. And you see here those are gone. So yeah, at least this part completed. Next part is my budget. Yeah. So I'm going to drag this numerical term budget into my text and see what happened. It is listing the budget. And now I'm going to drag this expense part into the text. See what happens. It is also listing the expenses. And as per this KPI, yeah, again, this has two parts to it. One is your budget and one is the utilization. So again, there is no direct expense stated over here. And the reason why we pulled expense, because we are going to use that calculated field. And if you still remember last time, you know, this is how you add that calculated field, is go over here and say create a calculated field and do the yeah, the equation, and you will get the number. Other very easy way, but again, there is a catch over here. There is small difference. Let me show you the easy way. So what I'm doing is I'm hovering my mouse below this second second term over here. Sum of just now I'm taking my mouse over here and double clicking. You see what happens. Well, something like this appears. An oval shaped sub window appears. I'm just going to start, say, sum, start a bracket, and on purpose I'm going to do a mistake, and then I'll show you how to do it right away. Yeah. So sum bracket BUD, and you see it is telling me what are the selections available. So I'm going to say this, and I'm going to close it, and now I'm going to say divided by. Then I'm going to say again SUM of EXP. I'm going to select this selection. It is a recommending. I'm going to close this out and enter. And as soon as I do that, you see what happened. I mean, this aggregate of this popped up. So yeah, this is done. So next part is I'm going to drag this into my text. So you see, as soon as this appears, I'm not seeing any addition over here, right? Of the percentage. As soon as I drag this, hold this and drag into my text, you see what happens. I'm getting a percentage. So again, on purpose, I did this mistake. So that was the right formula is expense divided by budget. And I'll show you how to fix that as well. So that's what I did. But again, it's telling me budget divided by expenses 1.32. And here is 1.23. Yeah, for completed status is 1.32, for in progress it's 1.23. And I know it's a mistake, so I'm going to just swap it. Yeah, so I'm going to double click over here, and instead of expense, well, for me at least, maybe my screen resolution or something is going to give me repeated errors. So yeah, let's see if it works this time. If it works, I'm not going to change it, or else I'm going to redo it again, but no worries. So I selected the second part, which is expense, and I'm just going to change it, say BUD. Oh, awesome, this time it didn't. Great. So this part is completed. So as soon as you do it, it's budget divided by budget. So it's 1. So I'll double click over here. I'll go to my left hand side, select this entire budget thing. Oops, yeah, maybe this time, oh, it's not. If I properly select, it's not giving me an issue. So great news. Yeah, select. I'm going to select all of these and going to say expense over here, EX. And I'm just going to select what is recommending. And once that's done, I'm going to say enter. Awesome. As soon as I did it, you see for completed, it's telling me it's 75%, 75.42, and for in progress is 80.879, and then currently it's just a division, a decimal I'm seeing. So in order for me to change that, I'll go over here, right click and say format. And here in the default pane numbers, I'm going to say percentage, and yeah, let's keep two decimals. As soon as you do it, yeah, you see 75.42, and yeah, so that's correctly done. Next part is in my this KPI. I don't have expense over here, right? Total budget and utilization. So I'll just drag this expense out of it, and you see these two are the numbers that I needed. Yeah. So again, this is I created, and this is in this. So far, we learned a new way to add that calculated field. The only difference is, yeah, let me close this. When I add that, I don't see an extra field added over here, right? The AGG summary calculated field. And if I had taken this route, there will be a new field that we create, and it will be a name. Yeah. So let's do that way also. So for that reason, I'm going to say Control Z, Z, Control Z, Control Z until, yeah, this is good. Control Z, oops, sorry, Control Y, Y. Yeah, we were here. And on top of it, we need to create that calculated field. So yeah, let's go ahead. So I'm going to go over here and say create calculated field, and I'm going to name it as a utilization, or BUDGET space UTILIZATION. And here I'm going to start say no equal to just sum of expenses, EX, expense, close the bracket, divided by, then sum of bracket start. I'm going to say budget and select that, and then close this. Yeah, it's saying the calculation is valid. So I'm going to click apply. And as soon as I apply, you see a field has been created by budget utilization. So I'm going to say OK. And now I will drag this utilization into my text, and you see it appears over here, appears over here. And yeah, here also it's just a just a decimal we are seeing. Yeah, so now I'm going to go over here, say, oops, not filter, sorry. I'm going to go over here and say format. Within pane default, I'm going to change this to percentage to decimal. Yeah, this is created. Now I'm going to drag this out. So we are seeing this 182, 650, and yeah. So this part completed. And again, in this case, you are seeing this side by side, right? So in our dashboard, what I created so far is up and down. So let's fix that. One more thing is, you see the budget is a bigger font and this is smaller font. And also later on, we are going to create a blue background over here. And for that reason, this number is more of a lighter shade over here, lighter color. So we'll do that as well. So let's go over here. So the very first is, yeah, I'm going to go to this text field, go over here, and I'm going to select the bottom part, say Control X. I'm going to click over here, space. Then I'm going to use the pipe symbol, so Shift pipe. And this pipe symbol is, I'm a window user, I see on my keyboard it's below the backspace button. And for Mac user also, it will be somewhere over there. It's a vertical, yeah, symbol, similar to I. So again, I've added that pipe symbol, then space again, and I'm going to say Control V, and I'm going to select this first part. Say, let's make it bigger. I'm going to use 14 as a size, and I'm going to say apply. You see how awesome it did it side by side. Great news. Other thing is, this is still black in color. So I'm going to select all, and I'm going to change the color as I'm going to select this within the white, the second from top. Sorry, the third from top is the shade I'm going to select. So I'm going to say apply. You see, yeah, it faded up, but yeah, that's what I'm getting as of now. It's all centered. So yeah, I do want it to be centered. Say apply, sweet. This is correct. Great. Yeah. So this part also completed. The other thing is, you see, status numbers, status number, status number, status number. Okay. So I'll go ahead and hide the status part. Again, I know that's the label. So I just click on that status over here. Say, sorry. Yeah, status. I will say hide field label. Also, the whole sheet label also I will hide for now. And I'm seeing complete, in progress, and numbers I'm seeing. Other thing is, within for complete also, the shading is different, right? The color is whitish. So I'm going to right click over here. I'm going to say format. Yeah, it brings me over here. So within pane, I'm going to say font as, yeah, let's go here and let me select, make it as 12. And let's see what happens. Oops. Also, I'm seeing this line over here. Let me take that out because, yeah, below there is no line. Well, on the top there is, but below there is none. So let me take that off as well. And for that, yeah, let's select this. I'm going to say total pane row divider. I'm going to say none. Awesome, that line is gone. So this part is gone as well. Then I'm going to select text, worksheet, pane, this one, and tool, total, grand total, rows, header, this one. Awesome. And columns also the same. Let's continue formatting. So I'm right clicking over here, save format. Then I'm going to my text over here. Within pane, I'm going to select uh, within horizontal center. See, yeah, the top pane is centered now. I'm going to click outside within the header as well. It's automatic, so I'm going to go over here, horizontal center. So you see, even this is centered now. Next part is, let me fix the color for completed. So for that reason, I'm going to go over here, say pane. Currently is this. Let's see. Yeah, let's select this color over here. So within white, the second shade. So the pane has been corrected. Now let's go to the header. Currently it's tablet book, and yeah, this color is selected. I'm going to select this one as well. So you see it's yeah, changed. Let me change this to 12, a bit bigger. You can see on like normally it won't be visible as of now, but when I hover my mouse, you can see this is there. So yeah, that's 12. Second part is row is correct. This is correct. Yeah, let's go back here. Center. We did this. We did this. And size wise, yeah, this is 12 corrected. This is 9. Yeah, let's correct this as well to 12. So this also looks good. In center, yes, correct. The last thing I'm going to change is, you see, for the color sheet, worksheet, I'm going to select none. Then I'm going to close it out. So it looks like, yeah, we are ready to move to our next part. So I'm going to save this file again, save as just with the same name. Now let's go ahead and create a duplicate of this, and the reason why we are doing it, we are going to create a duplicate. So currently we can create it completed and in progress. Then we are going to create this on hold and planned, and these same similar numbers. So for that, I'm going to right click on this KPI1 and say duplicate, and I'm going to change this to say KPI2. So in KPI2, all you have to do is go to this filters, status, edit filters, and select completed in progress, add on hold and planned, apply, and you can see these have been updated. Yeah, so this is on hold, this is planned, and the respective numbers have been updated similar to what we wanted over here, on hold and planned. So yeah, and then next we are going to go to this next part, which is latest year projects. For that, let's study what we are supposed to do. So latest year project. So we know there are 2 years of data there, 2019 and 2020. So latest year will be 2020. And here I am seeing on the x-axis, it's a, well, overall it's a bar chart from January until October. And this is the count of the current projects going on. So we'll try to make this. For that reason, I'm just going to create a duplicate of this. And why I'm doing this duplicate is so that I don't have to recreate the whole formatting again. So right click on here, duplicate, change it to say bar dash PRJ, created this one, and then I'm going to remove all, remove, and I'm going to close this out. And here, the very first is, I'm going to drag the start date to columns. And again, here I did something, and it's going based on the year. So yeah, it's years is the highest level of 2 segments it identified. I'm going to change that to month. Then I'm going to, yeah, let's see, yeah, I'm going to drag this project ID into my rows. You see, as soon as I did that, you see, yeah, it plotted something to the best it can. And here also, I'm going to go over here and say measure, count, distinct, and it created a line chart. Then I'm going to go to this automatic and going to turn it into a bar chart. So it is going to show me all the available months, the number of active projects going on currently. On top of this, yeah, let me go to the label. I'm going to say show mark label. Yeah, it's showing the label, but again, yeah, like we change the color. That's why we are not seeing anything. So I'm going to change this to over here. Yeah, I'm seeing the number now. And yeah, let's keep the size as the same 12. This looks good. The next part is I'm going to change the size. Yeah, let's go to manual, and currently, yeah, it's showing this size. And if I go over here, it's yeah, slightly thicker than what we are currently seeing in the manual mode. So I'm going to go over here and I'm just going to drag it all the way over here. Yeah, this looks much better now. Other thing is within this, well, I don't have anything over here. I don't have anything on the bottom. No labels there. On the yeah, horizontal axis, vertical axis, I'm seeing this latest year project. So for that reason, yeah, let's go to a worksheet. I'm going to say show title, and currently showing the title over here. I'm going to change that to latest year title. Latest year projects. PROJCTX. Yeah, that's correct. And again, the color is different. So again, this is lighter, lighter, lighter blue, and so on. So let's go and fix that. So this I'm going to change it to 12 for standard size, and yeah, I'm going to keep it this way. I'm going to make it bolder. This one also, let's make it say, yeah, this blue. Apply. Awesome. Yeah, this looks good enough. The next part is, yeah, the month. Yeah, the months are visible and we are not seeing any month over here. Well, technically the month is there, but yeah, it's just that the color we have selected. So for that, I'm going to right click over here. I'm going to say format, and then within text header, this looks good. Yeah, this text header. Let's go with this. Yeah, it's there. Then I'm going to go to the sheet text pane. This one as well. Let's select this for the header as well. Let's select this part, and some more things are like, yeah, I'm seeing these lines over here, which I don't think we have anywhere over here. So I'm going to eliminate these lines that I'm seeing. So for that, go to this line option. Let's say zero line, none. Grid line, none, already selected. Trend line, these look good. Row lines, also I'm going to say none. I'm seeing this column line. I'm going to get rid of that as well. Well, technically there is none. This is gone. Sheet also, trend line is here. Fair enough. Border, there are none I'm seeing. Rows, none. Column, none. Total, none. This one. So this looks good. Now the color of these bars. So I'm going to say format. Oops, it's only selected one. Oops. Yeah, let's go color. Okay, perfect. This looks great. On top of it, yeah, there is, yeah, I'm seeing this. I'm just going to hide header here as well. Well, the text of this has to change. So I'm going to go over here, text, worksheet. Currently, it's this color. Oops, no, it's not that. So worksheet, this is, yeah, that's for the worksheet coming back. Tooltip mode. The total pane, still none. The medium. Then text center panes, total order line. I select over here. I'm trying to get rid of this, so to unshow the header. So this is good. Well, technically, I don't want that. I want to see the month. Yeah, so month of the started. I'm just going to select all these. So you see what I did is I'll cancel this out. So I went over here. I selected. So I'm seeing this what the text is. I'm going to double click on this. I'm going to like this is going to pop up. I'm going to select all of these and just say backspace or delete. And once I do that, yeah, that part is gone as well. So I'm going to close that. In here, we are seeing a month. January until October. So let's go ahead and fix that. So here technically they are there, but I'm not seeing. So I'm going to click over here. So right click and see format, and within access I'm going to go to the font, and I'm just going to select this one. And when I come back, yeah, I'm seeing this. Also the format isn't the right way. So what I'm going to do is, and yeah, the next part is latest year only. So we know there are 2 years, 2019 and 2020. So latest year is 2020. So I'm going to go over here, date, and say custom, and I'm going just to say MMM. So yeah, yeah, with that, the three headers of the month are visible. So that's done correctly. Next part is I'm going to close this, and let's add one more filter so that we can just select one here. So I'm dragging this start date into my filters pane, and a window like this will pop up. I'm going to select year. I'm going to say next. It is giving me two available year options within the data sets. So I'm going to select 2020. I'm going to say apply, and you see, yeah. So this chart is beginning to build up the way I want it as per our yeah, this visual over here. So yeah, starting with 2, 3 and ending with 2 and 1. So 2, 3, 2 and 1. This looks correct. Going back, anything else? Yeah, color matching looks correct. Everything looks correct. Well, for this text as well. So what I'm going to do is say format and text in total. This all looks correct. Row sheet. This looks correct. Label. Yeah, everything looks correct. For black, I'm going to select say this one. Yeah. So with that, yeah, even this color is fixed. Let's fix this as well. So format, pane, this color font. Yeah, so again, this color is there. I'm going to set this color as well. So yeah, everything is looks correct now. Next, I'm going to create a duplicate of the same. Checking this visual reference. Next, we are going to create this donut chart. And here, as you can read, this is the project completed and cancelled. So this looks like so this is a status, and on top of it, we have the percentage completed. So again, it has to do something with the count as well as converting them into a percentage. Yeah. So again, status and count percentage. Moving forward, so let me rename this. Say PIE status. Yeah, pi dash status is the name I'm picking. And here I need the count. I'll drag this out. I'll drag this out. So everything is clear now. And on top of it, my current selection is bar graph. I'll change it to pi. Again, I got a circle like this. And on top of it, with an angle, I'm going to drag this count of project ID into my angles. And this is what I'm getting. And on top of it, yeah, let me cancel this out. And I'm going to drag the status into my colors. Awesome. So this is what I'm getting. So there are currently like 5 status within the entire data set. So this is yeah by default color combination is selected. Something more is yeah. So as per this reference file, we only have completed and cancelled. So out of the 5 total statuses, we only need to keep 2 of them. So I'm going to go over here, status, say filter, unselect the unwanted one, which is in progress, on hold, and planned. Say apply. Awesome. So I'm seeing cancel and completed, cancel completed. So yeah, this task completed. And just maybe we can play with the standard color coding over here. So you can say cancelled as red and completed as green and say apply. That said, yeah, even this part is completed. Yeah, let's see. Text is yeah light gray. I think yeah I can live on that. This looks good to me. Now the next step is a very important step, and yeah, as of now, don't ask me why, but this is one of a very useful trick that like almost all the professionals who use Tableau on a higher scale use. Is let's create two dummy calculated fields. Yeah. So for that, instead of going over here and adding a calculated field, or here create calculated field, I'm just going to go over here in the column and double click here, and I'm going to say min, which is minimum function, bracket minimum of 0, close, enter. I'm going to do one more time. So double click over here, and again I'm going to say min, start a bracket, 0, close, enter. So again, these are the two dummy variables, calculated fields I created just to create a divider like these. So again, I created an exact copy of the original pie chart that we created initially. And yeah, these are the ones that are created and these are the ones that have been added. So I'm going to, yeah, so this is my first one. And yeah, all the necessary properties over here. And this is my second one. So here, I'm going to remove, yeah, all the content over here. So you see this count of project ID, I'm going to drag it out. Status, I'm going to drag it out. This status also I'm going to drag it out. So again, I'm going to, yeah, so nothing is filled as of now. And on top of it, yeah, I'm going to go and use a special color. And for now, later on, I'll explain when we go into this color shading version, where I'm going to show you how to, yeah, have this gradient color. You see light blue over here, and it's as it moves from left to right, it becomes darker blue. But yeah, for now, just blindly use this color, which is hash A0CBE8. Yeah, again, I will repeat, is hash A0CBE8. So yeah, just type this text over here and click OK. And yeah, the color like this should pop up in your list. So select this. Yeah, the color becomes like this. And yeah, click outside. So this is completed. Next part is size. So as of now, you see the size of this as well as this is the same. I want this size to be slightly smaller than circle. Yeah, this bigger circle over here. So for that, I'm going to click on yeah, the second option and size. And I'm just going to play around. See, if I go over here, it becomes bigger. If I bring it over here, I think yeah, they are like almost the same size. So I'll just slightly move it over here. Yeah, eyeballing these, yeah, looks correct. Yeah, and I won't be very picky while grading your assignment when you submit. But yeah, select somewhere over here so that yeah, this circle is slightly smaller than this circle, and our goal is to come with a donut chart like this with yeah, with a green ring and a red colored ring with a blue color filled inside. Yeah, so this is what I did. Maybe I'll make it a slight bigger, and later on I can change it, so that's not a problem. But yeah, let's stick like this. So once that's done, now I'm going over here, say columns, and I'm making this option bigger for the second AGG min 0, and I'm going to select dual axis and see what happens. Yeah, so there is an overlap over here. Hey, one more thing I missed out, or maybe let's fix that, is currently we have all the status options. So I'm going to go over here, I'm going to say filter, and going to say unselect in progress on hold, say apply over here. Yeah. Now let's go ahead and convert these numbers into percentage. So for that, I'm going to go to over here. Yeah, count of project ID, make it bigger, and within quick table calculation, I'm going to say select percent of total. So yeah, that converts me to percent. That's what I want. And on top of it, can you see these? Yeah, like titles and headers, which I don't want. So I'm just going to right click and say hide this, show header. Yeah, this is gone. This is gone. On top of it, I'm going to format, yeah, do some more formatting. So I'm going to this lines over here. This looks correct. Rows, yeah, all of them are none. Column for the grid line, I'm going to say none. This is corrected within this. For columns, everything looks, yeah, column divider, I don't want any, so none. And for, yeah, header also, it's by default none. These are also none. Looks good to me. And within sheet, none. Column divider, none. Within text, everything looks correct to me. Row column, yeah, awesome. So this is also almost completed. Yeah, let's fix the header. So its title says project completed and cancelled. So let's yeah, use the exact term project, project come and cancelled. Everything looks correct. Say apply. Awesome, this has been created. Next, you want these two tables over here. So let's focus on this one. The first one, budget utilization by project type. So going back here, I'm going to initiate a new sheet. And here I want project type. So I'm dragging it to my rows. So it creates a list of all these project types. I'm going to drag this budget into here. I'm also going to drag the expense in here. I'm also going to drag the utilization percentage, which you already had the calculated variable. And yeah, let's convert this utilization percentage to actual percent. Currently it's in number format division. So format over here, pane number, select percent, go back over here. Yeah, let's change the sequence. So drag this below this, close this out. And yeah, let's go to this and pick entire view. Now I'll go ahead and compare over here. So I have project type, budget, expense, utilization. So yeah, project type, budget, expense, utilization, percentage over here. Now let's change the name over here. Say budget utilization by project type. So use the same BUDJ budget UTI utilization by project type PROJCTTYPE. So yeah, everything looks correct. I'm going to say apply. Yeah, this is there. I'm going to just select it all. To say bold. Yeah, let's make the standard 12. Apply. Looks good. Awesome. I'm going to rename this also. Say BUD underscore, or say BUDU underscore percentage PC underscore ERJ, something like that. And budget utilization percent by project. Yeah, this looks good. Next, let's go ahead and complete this part as well. Project details. So if you closely look at these details, the last three columns are the same, which is budget, expense, utilization, budget, expense, utilization, and it has the project details here. So project name, project manager status. So let's go ahead and do that. For that, since most of the components are the same, I'm just going to create a duplicate of our last sheet we created. Duplicate. And here I'm going to add project name. I'm going to take away the project type. For now, I won't be worried about this. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's see. After project name, it's project manager and status. So I'm going to tag the project manager, then project status as well. So status, here it is. Now, yeah, I can go ahead and do the correction. So here currently I'm seeing an entire view out here. So let's go with standard view, and I will make this a little wider out here. So yeah, hold my mouse until I see this kind of symbol. My cursor becomes like this. I'm going to drag a little. So last three segments will expand, and then I will cursor over here. This one as well, and lastly this one as well. So yeah, project name, project manager status, budget, and so on. So currently this looks like it's complete, and yeah, it's in a very good shape. Other than that, yeah, let's change this name. So currently it's budget utilization percent by project. Well, it's the same. It's just not by project type. So percent utilization by project. Yeah, maybe let's change the name of this PRJTP. PYP. Yeah, I think that's a good one. And let's rename this. I will take away the two part from here. So budget utilization percent by projects. Yeah, that sounds good. This title also let's standardize. So project detail. So I'm going to say this one also. Say budget utilization by project type or project detail. Yeah, let's say detail. TAIL to delete the front part. Project detail looks correct. Everything looks correct. So by doing this, if I quickly glance over, yeah, we completed this part. We had two segments, like API 1, API 2. Then we came up with this bar chart part, which is latest year project. Then the next sheet had project completed and cancelled. Then the next sheet had this tabular form, which is budget utilization by project type. And lastly, the project detail we created. Let's go ahead and save this.